If you are off campus, which most of you are, you will need to log in to access the databases. If you are on the Kilgore College campus and connected to one of our Wi-Fi networks, you will not have to log in. But in order to log in, we will still start at the library's website, library.kilgore.edu. You can find the databases under Research or directly under the search bar. Once there, choose your category. If you don't know what category you should pick, just choose General or Miscellaneous. Under each category, you will find a list of databases. We're going to start at the first one, Academic OneFile. This is a pretty good database for general searching when you're not sure where to go. If you're off campus, a login screen appears. Your login is your 9-digit Kilgore College student ID. Your password is the same as your Blackboard password. If you have trouble logging in, please call our IT help desk at 903-988-7522. Unfortunately, we cannot help with logins or resetting passwords in the library. Once you're in, you will see the search bar for Gale Academic OneFile. Let's pretend my poem is a poem by T.S. Eliot. I remember it was something about giving a cat a name. I remember that poem from somewhere, but I don't remember the name. So I'm going to use Google. I'm going to put in all the information I have. So T.S. Eliot cat name poem. Okay, so the naming of cats by T.S. Eliot. I'm going to write that down to make sure that and I even spelled his last name wrong. So Google's a little bit more friendly and it'll figure out what I mean. Databases will not. So the fact that I came to Google first will allow me to spell the last name correctly. I'm going to just use the title of the poem because I'm not great at spelling his last name and see what happens. The naming of cats. So devils, demons, familiar friends, blah, blah. I don't know if that's about my poem. It seems kind of sketchy, but I'm going to click on it and just kind of see what's up. Notice that it highlighted the name of my poem. So this looks like it was a quote that was taken from the poem. If I skim through the first few lines, I can see that this is actually about my poem. So I might want to use this one. If I go back, I see that the second article is in Spanish. I do not read Spanish well enough to translate this article, nor do I particularly want to. So I'm going to keep scrolling. Clicking on the third result, I see that what the database has highlighted. It's got cat of the name. This has nothing to do with my poem. So the words are all broken up. But when I'm searching, if I want to make sure my entire search is included in the order I want it all together, I need to put it in quotation marks. So if you're searching for a song title, poet's name, etc., put it in quotation marks. Otherwise, it searches for each word individually and you retrieve too many results. So if I go back, I'm going to put the title in quotation marks. The third result is different. Give a drug a bad name. That still seems kind of sketchy. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to scroll. I'm looking for the name because it's going to highlight what it searched for. There it is right there. It's in the references. So let me find the number 3 article. I'm going to hit Control F. If you've never used this, this is the find function and it is an absolute lifesaver. I'm going to put 3 and hit enter and it shows me, let's see, 3, there's 3. Drugs are no different from other products except that the rules are more stringent and drugs like cats have 3 different names. So it's just referencing that poem. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going to use that in my paper yet, but I might be able to spin my topic so that I can use it. So I want to save it. You can save the article to your Google Drive up here or the cloud. You can email it to yourself or download it straight to your device. If you even think you might want to use the article, get the citation information. In this article, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and there's a spot for source citation. You can choose how you want to save it, but I'm a big fan of the good old copy and paste. Open yourself up a Google Doc, highlight it, copy, and paste that puppy right in. Now you've got your information. If you do decide to use it, you'll have it there. On some databases, you might have to look. The citation information might be at the beginning or along the side of the article. There's also a handy cite icon at the top here that we could use. Look for quotation marks or what looks like a little yellow paper. If you mouse over it, it'll tell you it's the cite tool. So now I have two sources that I think might be good for my paper. I didn't get my citation information for the first one, so I'm going to go back and make sure that I get that one. I'm going to make sure that I copy and paste this information. Even if I don't use it, I've got the information there and I can go back and find it. I would definitely look for more here because I'm not really sure that I want that second source about the drug. So let's say I'm researching a song that came out last month and I'm finding absolutely nothing available in the library's databases. I'm going to have to turn to Google. Let's say I'm looking for Stray Kids' most recent song, La 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 La. It was released last year and researchers haven't had time to work their magic, so I won't find it in any databases. So I'm turning to Google. If I type in Stray Kids, La 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 La, let's see what we get. A lot of YouTube videos. That's not really surprising. YouTube is not a reliable source of information unless it is a video of the actual song or an interview with the actual group themselves. It's a primary source, which is the best kind of resource you can get in most cases, but most of these YouTube videos are going to be other people put them together. They clipped different things. If I scroll down, Wikipedia and Reddit, those are not very reliable sources. I'm not going to say never, but anyone can post on Wikipedia and Reddit. A website called the biaslist.com probably isn't a good website because it states bias in the title. Fandom is usually just fans with no credentials, so I don't want to use them. I've been seeing like Shazam, Spotify, Apple Music. Those are good resources, but they're most likely only going to give the song. Billboard might be okay. I've heard of it. Okay, it's an actual article with an actual author, so it could be okay. It's even got a date. Even though the website isn't a .org or a .edu, it's a music website. If I click the author's name, okay, this author has other articles that they've written about other muse groups, and they've actually been paid to write articles for this company for a while. If I go back to my results and I scroll back up, I'm going to limit my results to news. And look, there's Billboard again, which I already clicked on it, but now I'm more confident using the information I found in this article. But I have to make sure I add this citation. Remember how we got the database information. So in my Google Doc, where I've already got my other sources, I'm going to use the citation tool. We go to Tools, Citations, Add Citation Source. Make sure you set it to the correct format. Here I'm keeping it MLA. Choose the source type, which here we went to a website, and then just copy and paste the website to add it. If you add it to the citation tools, though, you can add a works cited with all of your sources and Google Docs will format it correctly for you. If you have any questions, we offer a super cool Ask a Librarian feature on our website. Those come to me, and I will be happy to help you find resources for this or any paper for any of your classes. I will help you format your resources. Whatever you need help with, just send in this form. You click Ask a Librarian, send in this form. There's even an option here for dual credit students. You can also email me directly. My card information is on the screen now. You can take a picture of it, save it, and ask for help. Do not suffer in silence. Now what you've all been waiting for, the test. The test is a Google form with a few questions for you to show what you've learned. I'm a big supporter of using all of your resources, so if you need to go back into the video, please do. That's what it's there for. You can refer back to it as many times as you want. If you need help, let me know. Good luck!